Hi, welcome to Get a Clue, Casual Gamer, where we get a clue, C-L-U-E, about a game. And that is exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to look at the components, the length of play, the uniqueness, and the ease of play for the game called Town 66. Town 66 is by Oink Games. Back in November, I talked about Scout, which is, I couldn't remember what company did it, and it's also an Oink game. They make these small box games that actually are a pretty good game with some choices, and in this case, hard to win. Anyway, Town 66 is what we're going to get a clue about today. So C for components. What are you going to find when you open this box? You're going to find 36 of these little tiles, and they come in 6 colors and 6 designs. I've pulled out one of each color and design to show you. So you'll have this kind of greenish yellow with the 3 loops on top. You'll have a purple, you'll have purple ones, and you'll have ones with just the 1 loop. You'll have red ones and ones that are just like this little pyramid triangle. You'll have kind of orange goldenrod, like this, which kind of looks like an upside down arch. So you'll have this shape in all the colors and this color in all the shapes. And then we'll have like a green 2-peaked design and blue with just 2 humps. Another point in it is that, let me pick one that's a little bit easier to see. Each design, each shape has a little dash thing here, and I think let me look, hold on a second, because I don't want to tell you wrong. Let me find something. Okay. The color. Okay, the color, for those who might be colorblind or difficulty, notice these are the same color, different shapes. The shape you can tell, but the color is those 4 pips and real close little dashed lines. So apparently that each of the colors has their own design at the bottom so that people who are colorblind can see it. Other things in this box, little box, also has this bag that these chips would go in if you're playing a 2 to 4 player game. For a single game, a solo game, you don't need this. Also, in a solo game, you don't need this, but for 2 to 4 players, you'll want these, which are little stands to put your pieces on. The most you'll ever have is going to be 4 in a multiplayer game, and this will hold up to 4. And if you notice on the back side, you can see the color of what is facing me, but you can't see the design. So you're not sure what the design is, but you can tell what the color is from the back. So you're going to have 4 of these little stands, 36 of those chipboard pieces, the bag, and the instructions. And you don't have the instructions just in English. You'll have them in German, Spanish, and French. So any of those languages, you'll have the instructions in the box. And that is everything that's inside that box, all the components. Length of play. The box says 15 minutes, and I think with a multiple player, yes, 15 minutes might be about right. I played a couple solo games of it, and I played 2 solo games in 15 minutes. So, yeah, because I'm not waiting for anyone. I'm just doing my thing, trying to beat the game or get the best score. And both times I played it, I got a 19, which is not the greatest, in the scoring thing out of 36 possible. I got 19. Yeah. In the scoring chart here, 19 is here. Yeah. All of these that are better than me. So, yeah. At least, at least I wasn't at the lower two numbers. Anyway, so that is the length of play, about 15 minutes. Uniqueness. It is a tile laying game. It's a shapes involved as well. Some people say that it reminds them of Quirkle. If you have not played Quirkle or don't know what Quirkle is, I have done a video specifically about Quirkle. It's a wonderful game. I would suggest that you check it out. If this interests you at all, you definitely want to see that one. And the truth is, I think that this one's a little bit more thinky, a little bit more difficult than Quirkle. Now, Quirkle you can't play solo again. This you can play solo. So that has, yeah, that's a difference. But the premise on this one, if we get to E for ease, how easy is this to learn, teach, play? How easy is it on pocketbook? How easy is it to find? To learn, teach, play. To learn it, super simple. The premise is, yeah, pick a tile and you lay it down. That's the mechanics. That's what you're doing. You're laying down these tiles. The complexity comes in that each row and each column cannot have two of the same color, and it cannot have two of the same shape. At first, it's easy. You're just laying down, and there's plenty of choices. But when you start getting past 18, it becomes very difficult. Probably halfway through, which would be, yeah, which is 18. That's when it really becomes hard to find, you know, one to choose from that will fit. And the winner is the one who has either gotten rid of all of their tiles or the one with the least left at the end of the game. That's basically the end for a multiplayer game. For a single player game, a solo game, you're trying to beat your, you know, get your best score. And you're always trying to beat your best score. So it's an easy game. The premise is easy. It's easy to learn, easy to teach, easy to play. Well, it's easy to play and not so easy to win. And I have to admit, I have not played it multiplayer yet, so that might be easier or it might be harder. I don't know yet. It's one that I need to take around with me and see if I can get some people to play it with me, and compare it to Quirkle, because when it comes to that uniqueness, I would say it's very similar. It's a tile laying game, and there are a lot of tile laying games in the board game hobby. But even outside of the hobby, you have dominoes. Dominoes is a tile laying game, but in the gaming world, I would say the one that it reminds me most of is Quirkle. So how easy is it to find, and how easy is it on your pocketbook? I'm going to do the pocketbook first. It retails for $23, which is not too heavy. It's not too hard on the pocketbook. And you might look at this box and say, well, is it really worth $23, that little box? And the truth is, when it comes to the game that it gives you, and the components, and the fact that they even bothered to give you these little things, give you them in your box. I'm here like, in this little box, they really took care of a lot. And these little things are a good chipboard. So, you know, it's decent quality. And the bag, it's a nice cloth bag. So, you know, it's not an unreasonable price. Now, how easy is it to find? I've looked at, of course, my 3 online go-tos: Amazon, GameNerds.com, and MiniatureMarket.com. GameNerds.com and MiniatureMarket.com are both out of stock. And let me double check the price. And they both had it for $17. So yes, it was below retail, but they're both out of stock because it became a very popular game. It came out in 2022, last year, and it made a little bit of a noise pretty quickly. I'm sure it's by the same people as Scout, which really spoke loudly in the gaming world. So I think, and Oink Games has been around for quite a while, and they put out a lot of games that all in these little boxes, put out a lot of games that a lot of people like. So yeah, I'm not surprised that the gaming sites have run out for now until they can get more stock. But on Amazon, I did find it, and they have whoever's selling it there, because it could be an individual, it could be a company, it could be a small game store that has a presence on Amazon, whatever. It is being sold at retail, which is $23. So you can get it on Amazon for $23, and your local game store could very well have it as well. Not a great sentence structure, but so I would look at your local game store, but most game stores will carry it at retail. So whether you want to, if you don't have a local game store, then Amazon is a good choice. Or you could, if you don't want to pay $23, then you can wait and see if other places end up getting it. You might find it at Barnes & Noble, because I think that's actually where I bought Scout. Now I'm thinking about it. It might be where I found Scout, was at Barnes & Noble. So they might have Town 66 as well. So these are all options for you. Good hunting. But it is totally available on Amazon. So there you have it. We got a clue, a CLUE, about the game Town 66. Small box, Oink Games. Until next time, happy gaming, and God bless you and your family. Bye.